let's listen to Harry say something I don't necessarily agree with.
We can never know in the present if the ripples created by an individual's actions will have a consequential event downstream.
So I was triggered by the word never. I think if I pick up the Xbox controller and put it down, I mean, technically I don't really know if that's going to have world consequences.
Sure.
Like,
Sure.
butterfly effect, such and such, tough to say.
Okay.
Probably not. Right? But I think there are events where it's like world politics, statecraft, where it's like, that was a consequential event. And I don't need to see history play out to know.
Yeah. So I see what he's saying. He's mixing up two ideas. One is the idea of like, if I turn left here at an intersection, like all these consequences happen. Or if I turn right here, all these consequences happen. He's saying like, you don't know what may one day be consequential. But what he says, that's what he means to say. But what he actually says is like, you never know. But like, if I'm like killing Lincoln, like assassinating, like I'm pretty sure that's going to be a consequential thing. It's not like I don't know, like, oh, I'm killing Lincoln and maybe not. Like, no, that's a big deal. Like,
That's a good example. Assassination
yeah,
is done because people, I think rightfully so, think it'll have a huge impact on world events going forward.
even if it's not something like assassinate, it was like tearing down the Berlin Wall, like the moment that hammer strikes, like that's gonna be important. Like
Right.
it's not like, oh, we never know. Like some things you do know are gonna be important.
So sometimes we do know when individual events will have world importance, but I think what Harry is saying here, that there are some events that look inconsequential, but actually have huge ramifications going forward, and we can't predict those beforehand.
Yeah,
So
I totally agree. He just said the wrong thing.
he said the wrong thing. Let's listen to exactly what he said.
We can never know in the present if the ripples created by an individual's actions will have a consequential event downstream.
Yeah, so I think it's not that we'll never know. For some, we will know.
Yeah.
And there are plenty, maybe some small events out there where we
Don't expect it. It turns out to be big.
turns out to be big. Yeah.
Sure.
So
Landing on the moon, like when you're the first person to step on the moon, like that's big. That's
big.
gotta be big.
It's big. Big effects. Yeah.